You are not stupid. You are lazy, you're entitled, you're arrogant, but you're not actually stupid. I could take you from your little pathetic life and put you down in a chair and make you do the things you're supposed to do, and you could achieve. Last year, during these exact days, you did nothing. New Year's Eve came, you made yourself all these promises, and a week later, you were still. Here we are 1 year later, you are still a nobody. The days when losers rest, winners are gonna begin to work. You have absolutely nothing else to do. You may as well get a head start so 2024 allows you to live a life worth living so you don't stay a peasant and a peon any longer. 20 years, the rich are gonna be rich and the poor are gonna be poor, and it's done. It is done. Because the average price of a house is gonna just continue to skyrocket. The wages are not gonna follow it. You're never gonna own any assets. The assets are gonna be owned by all the rich people. You're gonna be paying us rent. It's over. And there's another thing I find interesting because people come to me often. The question I get asked most is, Andrew, I lack motivation. You have 10 years left to save your bloodline from eternal slavery, and you lack motivation? You are born to lose, sir. You are a loser. All of your ancestors who fought saber-toothed tigers should have just laid down and died because they fought their best for you to be born so you could. During the last few years where you stand a chance to save your last name from eternal serfdom. And you deserve to be poor. The last thing you should lack in the mess of the world today is motivation. I don't have time for unlucky people. I don't have time for someone who's complaining. I don't have time for negativity. I don't have time. I'm so ruthless. If I knew a dude who always had a cold, I wouldn't talk to him anymore. You're too sick. I don't like it. Yeah. My circle is winners. Everyone around me is a winner. No matter what bad happens in our lives, we win. And it's amazing to me that people understand that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend most time with.
100%.
But then they don't curate their circle.
No.
They'll go, yeah, I understand that part. And then they'll still hang around with a bunch of losers. The problem is, it has to be a value exchange. You can't be a loser hanging around with winners because winners don't want to hang around with you. You need to find a way to provide value and work your way up. But as you progress through life, there's going to have to be people you cut off because they're just holding on to your coattails, slowing you down. And no matter how many times you give them a chance, they don't want to progress. And that's their decision. That's fine. You don't have to feel guilty about that. You have to climb to the top of the
we covered it on a short recently, and we got quite a lot of hate on that, didn't we? The fact that we've had, through my life, I've had to cut people out, and I don't want to cut them out. It's just I'll be dragged back, and I can't gradually move up on the levels
because they're holding on to the person you used to be, and they expect you to be that person.
They go, "You've changed." Headlines: Yes, I have. Why haven't you?
Completely. And life is a value exchange. Every friendship, every relationship, every business relationship, there has to be an exchange of value. If as you progress through life, if people stay in the same place, you're only giving value and you're not receiving any value back. And you have to be ruthless about those things. Like, I have a very curated circle, and everybody in my circle is extremely useful and we're extremely successful. And it's a very motivating thing. If you're in a room full of ice cream experts and all they talk about is ice cream, how to move ice cream, how to sell ice cream, different flavors of ice cream, how you make ice cream, you're gonna learn a lot about ice cream. If you're in a room full of people who are billionaires, and guess what they're talking about? Money. And guess what you're gonna learn about? Money. I don't sit and have pointless conversations with people. I don't even know what people are talking about. If me and my friends meet, we end up talking about the earth and how it can pay us. That's what we talk about. And that's how we manage to make a bunch of money. So you have to be ruthless with your circle. And for people out there who understand this, a lot of people say they understand it, but they genuinely don't. But if you are running out of time, and I'm telling you as a rich man who made it out, I can see the gap is closing. I can see it. So you should certainly see it. I'm above in the clouds, looking down on the hole closing in. You're down below, looking up, watching it close, and you lack motivation to build a ladder. Oh, well, maybe tomorrow. Doom, doom, doom. Maybe government will save me. Maybe if I vote for the liberals, they'll give me money. Slave minds, clowns, fools. The last thing you should lack in the world today is motivation, because truly people are running out of time. And I find that extremely interesting, that not only when you go to college do you end up in a bunch of debt, not only do you end up owing a bunch of money, even worse, you waste time. You waste years for a dream. And the Matrix is very good at this. It dangles a carrot all the time. Get good GCSEs. Get good in college. Get a good degree. Then you'll be rich. Pay off your mortgage, you'll be rich. Just pay off your student loan. Don't worry, just keep working. The carrot's coming. You'll get it one day. When I was 16, when I saw the Ferrari, I knew this was a lie. I was like, there's no way that man. Next time you see a rich guy, go up to him and say, how'd you get rich? I've never heard anyone say university. Ever! I've never heard anyone say it's a lie. It's a scam. When I was 16, I saw the guy in the Ferrari. I was like, I'm going to college and he isn't. And he ain't going to work. He knows something I don't know. I knew at 16 everything they tell me was a lie. But there's still people who think they have 5 years to waste in college. 5 years. I'm 37. Let's conservatively estimate I make, for myself, $250,000 a day, let's say. 5 years ago, I was probably making 20 grand a day. That's the difference 5 years can make. 5 years. And they're gonna sit there and do what? Read a book from 22 years ago? Go party? Oh, fraternity. Bro, what's really scary is this. I'm 37, I grew up on a council estate. I was broke for most of my life. I made all my money myself. And even I have disdain for the poor. Because I look at them and go, you didn't try at all. I did it. With all of the pain I went through and all the problems I had, while also fighting and becoming a kickboxing world champion, I still managed to do it. You start.
Money make you happy? Or happier?
I wouldn't be happy if I was broke. Money, okay, so I answered about how having things other people can't have makes me happy. So it makes me happy for that reason.
Because it's the vehicle to it.
Because it's the vehicle to it. So that's one answer, but I'll give another answer. Money to me now is like hands. Hear me out. I use it all the time, and I'm glad I have it. I don't consciously think, I'm super glad I have hands, right? Maybe occasionally. I see somebody without hands, I'm like, thank God I have hands. But most of the time you just expect it to be there. You just use your hands, right? You expect it to be there, you take it for granted. If I lost my hands, I would be devastated. I don't appreciate them as much as I should. I should appreciate them more, because I could lose them at any point. And that's exactly how I view money. Because if I want something, I just take it. The world for me is free. I try to explain this to people and they don't understand. I'm like, when you're as rich as me, the only way it feels is that everything is free. If I see something and I want it, I just say, yeah, I'll take that. It's free. It's like
If you're a normal person with a normal wage and a normal income and you're focusing on investments, you're making a big mistake, because there's no way you can invest 500 pounds that's going to grow into, maybe you could pull off a lottery coin pump or something, but in general, with anything normal outside of this clown world garbage, which has vanished because the real world's back, because the last 2 years have been clown world. Now the real world's back and it's hard to make money again. There's nothing you can put 500 pounds in without doing any work, and it's just going to blow up and it's going to make you a millionaire.